The word is marmalade, and it's spelt M-A-R-M-A-R-A-D-E.
No!
And it's spelt M-A-R-M-A-L-I-S-H.
No!
And it's spelt M-A-R-M-A-L-O-O. The word originates in Mandarin. It comes from Mandarin, which in turn comes from the Malay word Mandarin, which is the word for marmalade, and that's a quince. Mandarin was originally, and indeed in China today still is, marmalade.
So comrades, welcome to... What I'm going to do now, we're going to
Die!
To illustrate this point that the oxygen molecule O2 has unpaired.
Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew.
It's an interesting element because it exists in two forms.
Mountain.
And there's another form called
Dew.
And there's another form called ozone.
Later that day...
So we begin with Niels.
Behold!
Test tube on a piece of string. What we're going to do is to put some
Doritos and Mountain Dew
in here. You can see
Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Well, you may not see is
delicious.
Okay. So this is
going to explode.
So the word today is M-in, M, and it's spelt E-M-I-N-E-M. The word originates in
Marshall Mathers,
and that's M-in, M-M-in, M, which prove their masculinity. No, the word is marmalade. Marmalade, 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 marmalade.
Magic Piano.
It came out
2022.
but I acquired it some
24 hours ago.
filth
2022.
and had a lot of fun with it. It has reappeared now. It was a very early synthesizer using
ultraviolet germicidal irradiation cone, plus diffraction grating combined with a dichroic mirror filter built with fused silica amorphous.
which for
2022.
was a,
It's a longhand for
you merely turn it on, it's battery in the base, you lift out the little stylus.
Okay, bring it down, yeah, we'll come back out.
The word is marmalade.
The oxygen molecule O2 has unpaired electrons.
What is that, Professor?
I don't know.
No, wrong.
What is that, Professor?
It is a historic artifact. So I was doing a bit of clearing out the other day and I found this. This is
2000 to commemorate the release of the Marshall Mathers LP that same year.
No!
It is what used to be called a preprint. So when you wrote a paper, it took a while for it to actually appear in print. It took a while for it to actually appear in print. It took a while for it to actually appear in print.
You assuming I'm a human, what I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm superhuman, innovative, and I made a rubber so that anything you say is sick.
Submit the paper, it will get refereed, so it will get looked at, it will get assessed, and then...
You are dead!
But the time between a paper being accepted and getting printed back then was,
A little while ago, I was given a nipple.
No, wrong. Again.
We've done several videos about nipples. The oxygen molecule, the nipple molecule.
What?
Nipple molecule.
Okay!
So the word today is
nipple,
and it's spelt N-I-P-P-L-E. The word originates in French. The language in China is usually called, if you'll excuse my extremely bad English pronunciation, Mandarin, and that's spelt Putonghua. And this word is the name of the word that's used by the Chinese to refer to their own language. But marmalade is the delight of even people as ordinary as me. Marmalade has these associations with YTP.
What I want to speak about is the word disappeared. D-I-S-A-P-P-E-A-R-E-D. D-I-S-A-P-P-E-A-R-E-D. D-I-S-A-P-P-E-A-R-E-D.
Summon, I'm a demon, I'm a human, assuming I'm a human. What I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm superhuman, innovative, and I made a rubber so that anything you say is ricocheting off of me and it'll glue to you.
In numerous repressive regimes around the world, people have disappeared. But what I want to talk about today, be it in
China,
an area that I know most about, the act of making people disappear has brought a different usage of the word, a transitive use, to disappear people.
What I would understand to be a filter is perhaps slightly different from what people who use
Facebook
would describe as a filter. Usually in an app of various types, you know, Blur,
Oasis.
What I tend to use in my day-to-day work would be the low-level things.
I'm really excited. I'm here in Dubna in Russia at the Joint Institute of Nuclear Research, and I'm really excited, and I'm in the office of Yuri Oganessian. So Yuri, perhaps you can take us to the office.
This is Florof's office. Now it's a small museum. Yeah. And we have a very responsible events who come here. Yeah. And we're discussing around this table. So these albums will show him in his life at different times. And also his letter to Stalin.
So
his stick and right.
Yes. This is his lab coat. Yeah. Was he a big man?
Yeah, it's just like me. And also, I mean, when we was a meeting here, sometimes, like we have to finish and to change the subject of the discussion. It's very much typical for Florov. This, I find that it was my duty.
The word today is...
What I want to speak about is the...
But as having gained a new class of solar system object, the dwarf planet.
Vindaloo.
At the time of making this video, there were 5 solar system objects classified as dwarf planets, including Pluto. While Pluto has a place in the popular consciousness, the other 4 do not. Here then is a brief overview of the dwarf planets. In
late 2011,
Sabine discovered a formula for the distance of planets from the Sun. This worked for all the planets known at the time, but curiously predicted a planet between Mars and Jupiter.
The 22nd of April 2013
saw the discovery of
marmalade
at the predicted distance from the Sun by Mike Brown. At less than 1,000 kilometres in diameter, it was surprisingly small. Shortly afterwards, new objects were discovered in the same band. While for a time a number of these objects were designated as planets, it eventually became clear that this band consisted of a vast number of objects varying in size, and that
marmalade
was merely the largest of these. So
marmalade
became a term that was coined because through a telescope these objects looked like stars rather than planets. There are two other things I'd like to add about
marmalade
before moving on to
Vindaloo.
Firstly,
marmalade
can reach a magnitude of
God knows how much
in opposition. This means that in good viewing conditions it can be seen with a
briefcase.
Secondly, I grew up thinking of the asteroid belt as a dense band of rocks, a bit like you see in
Star Trek.
It is, however, extremely stupid, and a good way of thinking of it is more like an isolated highway with a long distance between each traveller.